Welcome back to another video feature, the Immersive Worlds Handbook. I am just leaving the gift shop of the Ecuador Pavilion and just had a chance to tour this interesting pavilion at Milan Expo 2015. So I'm going to take you inside and show you some of the sights and the smells, as you'll see, of the Ecuador Pavilion. So let's go around and take a look. So what I'd like to do here is actually just take you through what is a pretty interesting guided tour through the different ecosystems and smells of Ecuador. So I'll just take you through the experience as I experienced it here at the Ecuador Pavilion.
On the floor you can see the geographic map of Ecuador, the most important cities. In the north, our neighbor is Colombia, in the southeast is Peru, and in the west we have to the Pacific Ocean. Can you see this red line? This is the equatorial line, and this is the cause because our name is Ecuador. We stay in the middle of the world. Our capital is Quito, and also is the second most highest capital after La Paz, Bolivia, because it stays at 2,800 meters. In Ecuador we have 4 natural regions, and this is the cause because here we have 4 screens. The first one is coast. The second one Galapagos Island. Another region is Amazon Forest. The last one Sierra Andes. The special characteristic about our pavilion, you can smell some typical products from all regions. For example, the Sierra, can you follow? We produce the rose. And the special characteristic about this rose, they can ground until 2 meters. If you want, you can go up and you can smell. Here, Cuenca. Why they are important? Because they have a lot of cultural places from the Spanish people, like the Spanish architecture. This is Cuenca. You can see the cathedral, the monument. This is Plaza San Francisco, the most bigger square in Ecuador. This is Panecillo in Quito, and this is the presidential palace. This is Quito Serán, and this volcán is the volcán Chimborazo volcán, and it's the most highest volcán in Ecuador because it stays at 6,300 meters. Okay? In another region, Amazon Forest. Ecuador have the first place for biodiversity per square kilometer. What I mean, 1 square kilometer of this zone, you can see a lot of animals. Also, Ecuador is the first country in the world to recognize the rights about nature. We have to respect our nature, our animals, rivers, forests, everything. Also, our principal river is Rio Napo, and the second most important, Rio de la Amazonas. In this part, we produce the cacao. The best brand of the chocolate uses the cacao. Why? For the quality, variety, and the perfume, the smell. Only in Ecuador you can see this type of cacao. Cacao arriba, the yellow cacao. If you like it, you can smell it. Yes. Banana, tuna fish, and seafood, or shrimps. Ecuador have the first place for export banana to the world, the second place for export tuna fish to Europe, and the second place for export yes. Now this is the Galapagos Island. We have 22 islands. The most important and most bigger is Isabela. The second most important is Navarra. The last one here is the San Cristóbal. Also stay the most important port, Puerto Villamil, Puerto Llora, and Puerto Vaquerizo. The distance about the Galapagos Island from the continent is around 1,000 kilometers. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean. This place is famous because...
Okay, right now I'm going to show you the images from the pavilion here, but the song that was playing at the time matched third-party content, so I had to pull the audio out, but you'll have an opportunity here to at least see the wonderful images here from the film.
there, and then you can see a video with more information about the students. De nada.
Okay, as we leave the pavilion and look at the gift shop here, I think for me what was unique about this experience was that it was start to finish, very informative in that it was led by a knowledgeable guide. I also like the fact that they focused on evolution. I thought it was a clever and informative way to theme the pavilion and to tell the overall story of Ecuador. And also enjoy the many immersive video screens and how those were coordinated with what the docent was doing during the tour. And I thought most unique as well was this focus on smelling the various properties, the various foodstuffs of Ecuador. So overall, a great experience at the pavilion. So I wanted to offer in leaving Ecuador's pavilion that, they do something very similar to the Swiss pavilion, which is offering guided tours in Italian, English, and Spanish. And so you go through the 4 important zones of Ecuador. And I also liked how they used a map on the floor and they divided the room into 4 zones. Very small pavilion space, but I think effective because you get that personal touch. And a lot of the pavilions, for example, the Chinese pavilion, you feel and Germany, you feel overwhelmed, I think, by stuff and context and things, and you never get a clear sense of the personality of it. Smaller pavilions like Slovenia, Slovakia, Swiss, but in a different context with the political focus. And then lastly here in Ecuador, I think have the opportunity to focus a bit more on personal issues of identity as opposed to giving you this overwhelming context of culture, stuff, architecture, and ideas. So something to think about here at Ecuador. I hope you enjoyed the video feature today here outside the Ecuador Pavilion at World Expo 2015 Milan, and please come back for additional video features, the Immersive World's Handbook.